An LPG tanker Shivalik, which crossed the conflict-hit Strait of Hormuz, has arrived at Gujarat's Mundra port. Two Indian-flagged vessels carrying liquefied petroleum gas, LPG, were granted transit through the Strait of Hormuz by Iranian authorities. One of them is the Shivalik, while the other vessel is Nanda Devi. Earlier, Rajesh Kumar Sinha, Special Secretary in the Shipping Ministry, had informed on Saturday that the vessels Shivalik and Nanda Devi were expected to arrive on March 16th and March 17th, respectively. All Indian seafarers in the Persian Gulf region are safe, and no untoward incidents involving them have been reported over the last 24 hours. There were 24 Indian-flagged vessels in the Persian Gulf, situated to the west of the Strait of Hormuz. Among these, two vessels, the Shivalik and the Nanda Devi, Indian-flagged vessels, both LPG carriers, safely transited the Strait of Hormuz late last night, early this morning, and are now proceeding towards India, Sinha said. He added that the vessels are carrying approximately 92,700 metric tons of LPG and are headed to the ports of Mundra and Kandla, with expected arrival dates of March 16th and March 17th, respectively. Consequently, there are now 22 Indian-flagged vessels remaining in the Persian Gulf, carrying a total of 611 seafarers, he said. Earlier, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar had advocated direct dialogue with Tehran as the most effective way to resume maritime traffic through the Strait of Hormuz, as India seeks to safeguard its energy security amid escalating tensions in the Middle East.
I'll start with the Shivalik LPG carrier, which sailed from Persian Gulf, crossed the Strait of Hormuz, and headed towards India. Will be reaching today around 5 o'clock in the evening, maybe after an hour or so. And before its arrival, documentation, priority berthing, everything has been arranged at the port so that there is no delay in discharge of cargo by this vessel. All Indian seafarers in Persian Gulf area are safe. No incident has been reported in last 24 hours. And we are in the ministry and in the DG shipping, we are keeping continuous watch on the situation. We are in touch with each vessel and its crew. 22 vessels, as was reported on Saturday also. 22 Indian flag vessels with 611 Indian seafarers remain in the west of the Strait of Hormuz in Persian Gulf. And DG Shipping continues to closely monitor the situation in coordination with ship owners, the recruitment and service licensee, and Indian missions in the region. The Indian flag vessel Jag Ladki, which sailed from UAE on 14th of March, it is carrying 80,000, about 81,000 of Murban crude oil, is safely en route to India. And it has this vessel and all Indian seafarers are on board are safe. They'll be reaching tomorrow at Mundra port. Since the activation of DG Shipping Control Room, the Directorate has in the past 48 hours, I'm giving figure for the last 48 hours, about 310 calls and about 600 emails have been received. And in the last 24 hours, just a breakup of this number, last 24 hours, the number has been 53 calls and about 150 emails. The DG Shipping, as regulator of maritime sector of India, has facilitated safe repatriation of 286 Indian seafarers from the Gulf region so far. And this includes 33 sea repatriations in the last 48 hours. And in the past 24 hours, the number has been 10 repatriations from various airports and regional locations across the Gulf region. Major ports of India are closely monitoring vessel movement and cargo operations in view of evolving maritime situation and providing all possible support. Some of the measures, the relief measures through policy and through initiatives of the ports, I have already narrated in the earlier briefings. One example I cite today. They are maintaining close coordination with the customs and other stakeholders to facilitate resolution of operational issues. For example, the Jawaharlal Nehru port is providing temporary storage of laden containers destined for Middle East as transshipment containers. And that port has also provided 100% rebate on ground rent or dwell time charges and about 80% rebate on reefer container plug-in charges up to 15 days for containers originating from GNPA. Approximately 2,600 containers have been shipped to the Middle East during the last 5 days from this port. Today also I had a review with all the ports, all major ports, and some of the stakeholders, including the EXIM association groups. And what I learned from that, there is no congestion has been reported at any major port. And export-bound containers at GNPA have reduced from 5,600 to 3,900, which I stated earlier. The ports are also providing safe anchorage areas for loaded vessels bound for the Gulf that are currently unable to transit due to the prevailing situation. And also an interministerial group has been constituted under the Directorate General of Shipping with members from customs, ports and other stakeholders. And the ministry continues to closely monitor the evolving maritime situation in coordination with the Ministry of External Affairs, Indian missions abroad, shipping companies and other maritime stakeholders. This is in order to ensure the safety and welfare of Indian seafarers while maintaining continuity of maritime trade and port operations.